Thanks for joining us for Met 12 News. I'm Jessica Brown. The weather continues to be a concern for people in central Iowa. Freezing rain, drifting, and blowing snow have been making driving hazardous. Marshall County road crews have been working hard to keep the roads open during this harsh winter.
Well, it's been tough for everybody, I'm sure, but as far as our snow removal, the budget, we're probably about half done with our snow removal budget as far as what we originally planned for the year. We of course end up amending a lot of in years like this anyway, but it's just kind of a balancing act between providing speedy service and good service to the people and still having some money left when we get to the spring, and then of course we have to take into consideration of running our guys to their physical limitations. A cold winter with a lot of hours like this, of course, is hard on our equipment, and they're out beating on drifts, 11, 12 hours a day, and they'll damage things right at the moment, and they'll also do damage to the machines internally that doesn't become apparent until we get to spring, or even into summer. Okay. Well, that's our lone 29 Oshkosh, as in 1929. It's been repowered, and the blower unit on it is a 60s vintage, but it does a lot of good work for us. As you can see here, it's the only way you can take a vertical face like that and get rid of it. We use it just in 12-hour shifts, 11-hour shifts, and we'll man it as much as we can. The trick is, like anything else, keeping it running. It all depends on what the wind does to us for the most part, but we've got between 50 and 60 miles assigned to each blade man, and that's, the snowblower comes out and just augments and helps out wherever we need it in the really bad spots. But each maintainer has between 50 and 60 miles of rock that he has to maintain and get cleared, and it can take 3 days, and sometimes, depending on what the wind does, day one, if it's still the storm, it can erase everything we accomplished. So we need about 3 days after the wind lays down to really say we've got a tight circle built around stuff. We've got 700 miles of rock, and the balance is the paved 200 and some odd miles of pavement, and we've got just a few miles of dirt. It's around a 1,000-mile system.
Every week seems to be a new challenge for the county crews. I would like to thank County Engineer Paul Geilenfeld for talking to Met 12 News about the snow removal in Marshall County. This past week, many of us celebrated Valentine's Day. Did you get anything for your sweetheart? Well, some very thoughtful local residents hired the Singing Valentines to let their special someone know how they feel.
Say you'll be mine forever. I love you.
The Marshalltown Men's Chorus toured the Marshalltown area singing timely melodies to loved ones.
Yes. These guys are here for you.
Julie?
Yes?
Someone who loves you dearly has sent you a singing valentine. We have the Marshalltown Men's Chorus are here to sing it for you.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Light of my life.
Anyone can hire the Singing Valentines to visit the home or workplace of a sweetheart.
We've got two groups that are out singing, and in fact, we've got one guy sitting on the phone at home, so as orders come in, he'll give us a call and we'll pick up additional orders, even just as we sing.
The money raised goes directly to help the Marshalltown's Men's Chorus.
Take it on as a fundraiser to help us buy music and uniforms and do other things in the community.
So if you missed out ordering your special someone the Singing Valentines, there's still always next year. A downtown project that is nearing completion is the Orpheum Project. Met 12 News reporter Alyssa Reel is standing by with that story.
With a $3 million renovation near completion, the plans are underway for the long-awaited grand reopening of the Orpheum Theater in downtown Marshalltown.
This space has truly a multi-level potential as far as programming. So we have a 152-seat movie theater, which will run all of those old classic, not first run, but old classic movies. We also have what's going to become a state-of-the-art black box theater, which is a fully flexible theater space, so it can become any kind of theater configuration. We also have 3 learning studios, and the students on campus are going to be really interested to know about those. So we have 3 learning studios which are going to be busy with student life, as well as local chamber and local service club meetings. Our hope is that that population can come and use the Orpheum and take pride in the Orpheum because they've helped build it.
The curtain will soon rise for a new era of entertainment in Marshalltown. It comes at a time where we could all use a little distraction. I'm Alyssa Reel reporting for Met 12 News. Exit stage left.
Thanks, Alyssa. It looks like the new Orpheum facility will be a real asset to the downtown area. It's been another busy week for local sports. Baron Sinachi is standing by at the Student Activity Center at MCC.
Tonight, the MCC men and women were in action against Nyack at the Student Activity Center. Let's take a look at the highlights. The Lady Tigers win tonight, 84-67, behind Quiniata Mercer's 26 points, Alyssa Nelson's 20, and Courtney Bobinger's 20 points. All but one player scored for the Tigers as they hit 10 threes in the game. The Tigers come out victorious again, 84-67. In the men's game tonight, the Tigers led 42-36 at the half, led by 25 halfway through the second half, but were tied 85-85 at the end of regulation. And Tigers finally came back to win 99-85 after a 14-0 run in overtime to close out Nyack. The Tigers' inability to close out Nyack almost cost them big time, but thanks to Will Claiborne's 25, Tyler Brown's 18, and the return of DeMarcus Phillips and his 17 points, the Tigers roar back in overtime to move their record to 18-8 overall. The high school state wrestling meet is taking place this week, and several local area wrestlers are in action. The Marshalltown Bobcats are sending Gustavo Martinez and Aaron Gonzalez to the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. The West Marshall Trojans are sending Matt Hemiseth, Justin Toyne, and Michael Hemiseth to the state tournament. The East Marshall Mustangs qualified 6 wrestlers for the state meet, as they are sending Sam Upal, Ryan Beline, Jeremy Roberts, Kyle Blocker, Blake Mealing, and Jake Shashow. Upal is top ranked in Class 2A at 189 pounds. The South Tama Wrestling Squad advanced 4 matmen to the state meet. Kyle Lux, Tyler Waltz, Eric Lux, and Dustin Horn all qualified to wrestle at Wells Fargo. Moving on to Bobcat bowling news, 5 MHS bowlers finished in the top 10 for all conference honors. They won the CIML Iowa Conference meet as sophomore DJ Koger was the conference champion with a 425 2-game set. Shane Arment came in 3rd individually, Seton Vest was 7th, Cody Taylor was 8th, and Dakota Ewalt tied for 9th. The Bobcat girls were led by a 5th place finish from Ashley Kruko. Moving on to Bobcat basketball, the boys took on 5th ranked Southeast Polk. The Bobcat boys basketball team made a late rally against Southeast Polk, but fell short against the 5th ranked team. The boys trailed by 14 points with 2 minutes remaining and cut the lead to a 1-possession game with 35 seconds left. The Rams hit a few free throws in the final seconds to preserve an 84-77 victory. The Bobcats had 13 trifectas in the evening, led by 4 from Trent Trowbridge and 4 from Jordan Judkins. Jared Carlson chipped in with 13 points. The Bobcat girls ended their season in a regional loss to Cedar Falls, 50-34. At the boys' state swimming meet here in Marshalltown, the MHS swimmers had a good showing as they finished 12th in the state. Junior Brian Bacon made a pair of trips to the award stand as he was 3rd in a 50 freestyle and 5th in a 100 freestyle. The Bobcats also had a 10th place finish in a 200 medley relay and an 11th place finish in the 400 freestyle relay. That's a look at your local Marshalltown sports. I'm Baron Sinachi for Met 12.
Thanks, Baron. It's great to see all the sporting events in the Marshalltown area. That wraps up the news for this week. You can watch this on the newscast on Mediacom Channel 12, or you can watch it on the internet at the Times Republican website at timesrepublican.com. The news is produced once a week, and a new segment airs starting each Friday at 5:30 p.m. on cable and can be seen on the internet at any time. I'm Jessica Brown. Thanks for watching.